We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
16 yards. And the Vikings first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Cousins choosing to back away from the line and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gun.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, 49ers nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is Coleman with the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie. Watch out. Watch the edge. 11. Check 37.
Garoppolo now. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bravo. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the hut.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Echo. He's coming. We got double up. 21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 39 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. they'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, gun.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Watch quick.
Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Jahan, 180.
54. Right, 54. You can't block me. You can't.
300. Block 50.
Chopper.
Hey, Alpha.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. 49ers nothing.
Jahan, 180. 300.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog.
X3. 218.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Jahan, 180.
Come
Gun.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're
looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check. I got this. Lock.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Go ahead.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
21. 1, Omaha. Hey, exit.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Ben Gideon in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch right there.
Throwing, Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Garoppolo on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Right there.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, Echo. Hey, gun.
45. Mike, 45.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Garoppolo again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they... That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Mike 50. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Bingo. Watch the shot.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, Haywood.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, he fakes and got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80. 21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 54. Ricky.
I got you. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey! High 7. Go ahead. Stand.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yellow. 54 Mike. Hey, exit. 54.
Cousins now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that we're both just a little bit puzzled here. They had a lot of success on the ground this drive, but they went away from it here, and it'll wind up costing them. I know it's hard to really blame them. If you see defenses starting to stack the box.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Here we go.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got you. 45.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Don't get nervous. Check 26, check 26. Gun.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Here's Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Mostert. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Garoppolo, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go! Let's go! The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Mostert. They find some open field here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 11 more on that one, and another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the fourth quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
What we got?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm coming after you.
Gun.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Gun.
Here's Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
March 56.
Listen to me.
Now Cousins on fourth down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Been a long day for you.
And they take a knee. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here we go. What do you need?
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
It's our time.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Watch a slat, watch a slat.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 1-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. One last shot now for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip.